Ahoy, hoy, it is Trevor again, giving you another video teaching you how to use the great free app, Gaia Sky, sort of a universe solar system simulator app. Last two videos, I showed you how to sort of get set up, install a base data pack, and the last video, I showed you how to set up a Bluetooth controller, which makes it just a bit more fun to use the app. In this one, I just want to show you more of the data packs, which is a great concept inside of Gaia Sky, and so how we can load and enable different things to see in the app. So I'm going to jump right into Gaia Sky here, all right? And the first video, I just showed you the base data pack, which is what Gaia Sky needs to sort of just get up and running, and it loads in some of the planets in the solar system. So we're able to do that. Let's load in a few other things, okay? So for example, in this one, we can load in spacecraft, we can load in different star catalogs and different galaxy catalogs. Okay, so maybe I'll demonstrate this right here. So here is the Earth. I got my controller all set up. Hopefully you've watched the other two videos. I'm just gonna zoom out, all right? And you can see that we have the Earth right here. And if I keep on zooming out, and I'll apply those labels there, okay, we can see the solar system here. Okay. And if I keep on zooming out, eventually the sun just kind of disappears and we don't really see anything else. Okay. Now, obviously there are billions of stars in our galaxy, but we don't see them right here. Also, if I keep on zooming out, there's other galaxies out there. We don't really see them. All right. So let's go enable some of these data packs and see some of these things. All right. I'm also going to load in a spacecraft. I'm going to load in the International Space Station and show it going around the Earth. Maybe we'll look at a few other data packs too. We'll see. So to do this, there's a couple different ways. If you have Gaia Sky running, you can go to the settings, little gear icon there. And on the left-hand side, you're going to see data, okay? And we're gonna open up that Dataset Manager, which is what we saw when we first opened up Gaia Sky. So we can do this in the app right here as it's running. And again, we have available for download and we have installed. And we just have the base data pack installed for now, which just gives us the planets in the solar system. Available for download, there's a lot of different things inside of here, okay? When I first got this app, I sort of just downloaded a lot at once. I kind of don't recommend that. I recommend just going through it and saying, that interests me. Okay, let's try that out, but don't install all of them. You don't really need all of them. Some of these are useful for people who are doing, certain research. They need to like visualize it and stuff like that. For yourself, I recommend only download if you kind of know what's going on. I'm not encouraging you not to be playful or anything like that, but just in my experience, downloading all these big catalogs, it might just be a little bit confusing to start. So I don't really recommend that. Ones I do sort of recommend. We can open and close these, and there's different catalogs here. Gaia Star catalogs, I'm just gonna kind of avoid that. What I will download though is my doorbell just rang. Give me 1 second to quiet my dog down. 1 sec. Okay, I'm back. All right. So I recommend going to this area here called Star Catalogs, and I'm going to download this Hipparchus, okay? And this gives us some of the nearby stars. So I'm going to go and download that. So it takes a second to download, okay? The other one is this Galaxy Catalogs, NearGalCat. Okay, I guess Nearby Galaxy Catalog, I guess. So let's download that. This will show us some of the nearby galaxies that are there. And so I'm just gonna start right there. So let's save this, and we're gonna save preferences. Okay. And when you do that, you might expect that now I can be able to zoom out and see this. When you enable a new catalog, when you install it, you need to enable it, okay? And then you need to quit the app and open the app again, all right? So I'm gonna close the app. You can hit this little X right here, and it'll ask, do you want to exit? Yes, I do, okay? So then we just open up Gaia Sky again. All right, and it comes here, that first screen that we saw when we first loaded the app. Okay. And then just to make sure that I have everything running here, I'm gonna go to Dataset Manager. Now here's the available for download. Let's go to that installed tab here, okay? And it shows the base data pack, which we need to run, that's enabled. And we just downloaded these, the Hipparchus and the NearGal cat, okay? And we can see that they are enabled. You can check them on and off, but we'll just make sure it's checked here. So let's go start Gaia Sky. And now these data sets will be enabled, okay? So now you can see it looks a little bit different. Looks a little bit different. You can see sort of some stars in the background there, all right? Okay, I've got my game controller here and I'm zooming out. And this looks a little bit more interesting. It looks a bit more spacey, doesn't it? So I'm gonna turn off the labels. I'm gonna turn off the orbits. Okay, we can see the sun right there. I'm gonna zoom out. And eventually the sun, we're gonna get so far away that the sun starts to appear a little bit small. Keep on zooming out. And eventually you can see the stars start to move and you see all of these stars. So this is what this catalog, this data set has done. It's loaded in the position of all of these stars into it. Now different catalogs will do different things. Okay? So you can load in different nearby stars and all that. There's different ones that are have a lot of them. This one might just has a few. Okay? And now you can see our Milky Way right here. Okay? And behind this, that other catalog, NearGal cat, is showing some of the nearby galaxies, all these other dots behind us here. So I'll turn off the labels and make it a little bit more clear. These are coming from that other data set. Okay? Now, this is just a small sample, I guess, of nearby galaxies. So it's not showing every single galaxy in the universe, okay? And I don't think we can quite do that quite yet computationally, okay? But it sort of gives us an idea of some of the nearby ones. And those other catalogs that we saw, you'd be able to load in a lot more things, okay? Some of those catalogs are quite big, many gigabytes in size. This one's just a small little one. So just start there and eventually sort of build your way up and find different ones that interest you. Okay? So I'm gonna go back to the Earth, flying back, flying through these stars. And we can turn on the names and you can see some of these stars have labels attached to them. I guess as we get closer to them, the names start to appear. Here we're back at the solar system. And here are the planets. I'm gonna turn the orbits on. And back to the Earth. And here we go. We're back at the Earth. Now, there's another cool catalog that I want to show called the ISS, which goes around the Earth. It's not enabled right now. So I'm gonna just show you the other way that we can enable data sets. Similar, just a little bit different. I'm gonna close the app. Do not ask again. Yes, okay. I'm gonna open up Gaia Sky again, and each time you open it, you're gonna see this screen. That might be a setting somewhere that you can change, but I kind of find it kind of handy. I'm gonna hit Dataset Manager again, and you can search for different things. Again, there's available for download and installed, okay? And available for download, I'm going to search for ISS. And there it is. So we have spacecraft and satellites here. I'm going to download the International Space Station. And it should be installed. And yep, it's enabled. Okay. And when you go through these, you can tap on them and you can get some more information about what they're actually doing. Okay. So NearGal cat, updated nearby galaxy catalog. This contains an all-sky catalog of 869 nearby galaxies. A lot of stuff to read there. International Space Station, the International Space Station on its low Earth orbit. Let's close that. 3 of 3 data sets enabled. Start Gaia Sky. Takes a moment to load. And here, with the Earth, we still got the stars, the background. Okay, I'm gonna minimize that. And now you might be able to see there is the ISS right there. Okay. Now, obviously, I am focused on the Earth. That's sort of the default thing when you first open the app. Okay, but I'm going to hit F to search. I'm going to type ISS, and because I've hit its name, It selects it right away. Now I'm going to zoom in, and we can see the International Space Station right here. Now time is paused right now, okay? I can fly around the ISS. Okay, we can see the solar panels, some of the different things, the modules that are docked to it. You can see Canadarm2, represent Canada, right? And now I'm just gonna sort of zoom out here, and I'm going to hit time forwards. And again, we can do that with the D-pad on the game controller here, or we can do that with the time thing right here. So I'm gonna set time in motion, and I can speed up time either right here, or I can use my game controller by going up, and you can see that I'm speeding up time right here. Now it's going into the shadow of the Earth, okay, but I can speed up time and make it go around the Earth. And I can zoom in and out, and it's going kind of crazy now, so I'll slow down time for a second. There's the ISS. I'll zoom in closer to it. And this is a really cool visual to do with kids, showing the space station as it goes around the Earth. Again, I can rotate, and the kids get a real sense of the ISS and its place around the Earth, and what's actually going on as this craft goes and orbits our planet. Again, we're speeding up time here, but it's a really cool thing to show the kids. So you can go through and look at all the other data sets there. So I'll go back to the settings, preferences, go to data, Dataset Manager. And again, just kind of go through them. You can click on them and get an idea of what it's doing. Some of these are pretty advanced. If you're kind of new to this stuff, maybe you I don't want to shy you away, but if you don't quite know what it is, you're not going to break anything, but you just kind of might not understand what's going on. Some of them are very big. Like this one is 93 gigs. You probably don't need that one. But some of them are a little bit more fun. So we can put in different virtual texture packs so we can get better quality views of the Earth. We can put in different spacecraft here, different exoplanets, okay? So we can go to planets of other star systems. Maybe I'll make a separate video just about that, because that's a pretty cool thing. Different asteroid catalogs, black hole. Again, maybe I'll do another video just specifically about some of these and just dive a little bit more deep into these. But very, very fun. And if you find one that you've downloaded and you're like, I don't really use it, you can either just disable it, or I think you can you delete? Yeah, you right click and just go remove, and it'll be taken off. So hopefully that is a good a crash course into using some of these data sets. So go and try a few of them out. Thanks for watching.